Welcome to Global View. Join us on this multi-visual journey around the world. Analysts China-US consultations in October will not allow the United States to stop tariffs, but new developments are expected. October 1.2019. As Chinese negotiators will visit Washington in October, people will naturally expect the US and China to resolve trade tensions. Progress has been made in the situation. After all, the two countries have made a series of small concessions, such as China's agreement to purchase more agricultural products from the United States, the United States postponing the effective date of tariffs, and so on. However, analysts at Morgan Stanley said the tariff hike for the $250 billion Chinese commodity, which is due to take effect on October 15, may advance. Air Force test launches intercontinental ballistic missile from Vandenberg. By the Associated Press. Vandenberg Air Force Base, Calif. The U.S. Air Force has tested an unarmed Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile with a launch from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. The missile lifted off at 1:13 a.m. Wednesday from the base northwest of Los Angeles, and sent a test re-entry vehicle on a 4,200-mile (6,760-kilometer) flight over the Pacific Ocean to the Kwajalein Atoll in the Marshall Islands. An Air Force Global Strike Command statement says such tests demonstrate the capability of the intercontinental ballistic missile system, and are not a response to world events or regional tensions. The U.S. unemployment rate fell to a minimum of 50 years in September. Trump sent a tweet, according to the French International Radio. The U.S. government announced on Friday that in September 2019, the unemployment rate fell to its lowest level in 50 years. This news alleviates doubts about any cooling of U.S. economic growth, and is a great news for President Trump, who may face impeachment. Trump immediately tweeted on Twitter. Federal Reserve Chairman Powell said on Friday that the U.S. economy is at a good level. The unemployment rate declined by 0.2% in September, from August, which was the lowest level since December 1969. The United States added 136,000 new jobs in Sept, falling short of the estimated 145,000. This included new employment in education, government agencies, finance and corporate services. It has been revised up to 160,000 copies, an increase of nearly 40,000 from the initial value. The unemployment rate decreased by 3.5 percentage points. Trump, who is facing a congressional impeachment investigation, immediately tweeted, "Wow. America, impeach your president, even if he didn't do anything wrong." However, although the United States continues to increase employment opportunities, its pace slowed. In addition, the salaries are flat, with growth showing a slowing trend. PayPal was approved to provide online payment services in China. October 1, 2019. According to the Wall Street Journal, PayPal Holdings Inc. (PYPL) said on Monday that the People's Bank of China approved the company's acquisition of Guofubao Information Technology Co., Limited. Guofubao Information Technology Co. (GoPay) Limited, 70% equity trading. PayPal said that through this acquisition, the company will become the first foreign payment platform to obtain licenses to provide online payment services in China. PayPal also said that the company looks forward to working with Chinese financial institutions and technology platforms to provide more comprehensive payment solutions for businesses in around the world. The transaction is expected to be completed in the fourth quarter of this year. Financial terms were not disclosed. Zhu Rongji's speech, WeChat insanity, if Hong Kong breaks down, the CCP, it's a national sinner. October 6, 2019. According to the Apple Daily's report today, Zhu Rongji's speech, WeChat's rumor. Zhu Rongji said, if Hong Kong breaks down, the CCP, it's a national sinner. The report quoted, if Hong Kong is not doing well, Not only do you, the Hong Kong government officials, have the responsibility, but we, the Beijing central government, also have the responsibility. Hong Kong has returned to the motherland. If it is broken in our hands, then I, the central government, can't be a national sinner. The report said that the Hong Kong counter-revolutionary movement caused violent clashes between the police and the people because of the arrogance of Beijing and the Hong Kong government. When Hong Kong society fell into a blood and fire, some netizens turned over from China on November 19, 2002. Premier Zhu Rongji visited Hong Kong and delivered a speech at the government house during the reception. According to the report, the clip shows that Zhu Rongji does not need to give a manuscript improvisation full of wisdom. In particular, when I finally talked about the future of Hong Kong, Zhu Rongji's insights from the heart of the lungs, after 17 years of hearing, still twitched and stunned. The Apple Daily said that in 2002, Hong Kong had just stood firm from the Asian financial turmoil. Zhu Rongji was visiting Hong Kong at the time and was accused of fighting for Hong Kong. The speech was held at Government House on November 19. Mr. Zhu talked about Hong Kong's economic problems. He pointed out that the challenge facing Hong Kong in the past was a historical cause. It was not a year or two. It was a bubble that prospered and accumulated, and encouraged Hong Kong people to overcome difficulties. Fully affirmed the quality of young people. He believes that Hong Kong's affairs can be solved by Hong Kong itself. Hong Kong has a relatively complete legal system, relatively efficient civil servants, and excellent business management talents, and has extensive contacts with the world. In the end, Zhu Rongji read the lyrics of Under the Lion Rock without knowing the manuscript at all, saying that he shared with Hong Kong and said, "I love Hong Kong." 3 scientists from the United States and Britain won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2019. October 8. This year's Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine awarded scientists in the United States and the United Kingdom in recognition of their perception and adaptation in cells. The discovery of available oxygen levels paved the way for new ways of treating diseases, such as anemia and cancer. American scientist William G. Callan Jr. and Greg L. Semenza and British scientist Peter J. Ratcliffe won the award. All 3 scientists have discovered molecular mechanisms that regulate gene activity to sense different oxygen levels. American and Swiss scientists won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2019. October 8. This year's Nobel Prize in Physics awarded scientists from the United States and Switzerland in recognition of their efforts to increase their understanding of the position of the Earth in the universe. Contribution. American physicist James Peebles received this award for his theoretical discovery in physical cosmology, with Swiss scientists Michel Mayor and Didier Quadros. Didier Quadros shared the other half of the prize for discovering an extrasolar planet orbiting a sun-shaped star. NBA President Xiao, the league will not regulate the players and employees. Or so, NBA President Adam Silver said October 9. He continued on Tuesday that the initial statement about China made people angry and confused. He tried to show that he agreed with the outside criticism, that is, too much to appreciate the views of Beijing. Last Friday, Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey tweeted support for Hong Kong's democratic protesters. A tweet that was quickly removed, which sparked a controversy. The NBA said after last weekend that the league realized that Morey's tweet seriously offended many friends and fans in China, which is regrettable, adding in the Chinese version, there were words expressing extreme disappointment with Morey's inappropriate remarks. Ecuadorian oil prices rose after protesters rushed into the National Assembly. On October 9, 2019, they protested the withdrawal of fuel subsidies by the Ecuadorian government, causing oil prices to soar. The demonstrations have become more fierce, with fighting breaking between the police and the protesters today. At the same time, thousands of demonstrators flocked to the capital in Quito, with plans to fill the streets with protests against soaring oil prices. The Ecuavisa TV announced that the demonstrators successfully broke through the blockade of the capital. Many of them were Aboriginal men with sticks and whips. Demonstrators rushed into the main hall to occupy the podium, only to have security forces clear them out after only a few minutes. The riot police quickly dispersed the rioters by using tear gas. The demonstrators tried again to capture the National Assembly yesterday. Moreno announced after the country entered a state of emergency that the governmental headquarters would be moved to the port city of Guayaquil. The protests against rising oil prices resulted in a one-third reduction in all oil production. The Ecuadorian Ministry of Energy said today that after the occupation of 3 oil facilities, oil production fell by 31%. Thank you for your support. Please subscribe, please like. We love seeing comments. Like what we said? Don't like something? Let us know below. Thank you for watching.